Alrighty, welcome back. We're going to continue with our all signs. We're going to jump on into Geminis. So let's dive into your reading. Gemini people and placements. Where should we start? Geminis. Let's do it a bit differently. Geminis. You could be going through like a spiritual kind of moment, especially reflecting on areas of a life that haven't been fulfilling, maybe even potentially for you. Gemini placements. There could be something about emotions or an apology or beginning and seeing somebody go out for a cup of coffee or tea. Maybe you're meeting someone new. There could be big changes regarding your stability of your home. You could be thinking about moving. You could be dealing with a Queen of Wands energy. This could be a feminine fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. It could be something about a Taurus or a commitment here. Maybe somebody feels like out of whack because they haven't been expressing their emotions. They may need to like leave controlling tactics behind with the devil sideways or reverse. Capricorn energy here. See something clearly. Geminis. There's some kind of healing. Oh shit. I just realized I'm cooking, so you know what? I'm gonna ignore it. It's probably gonna be fine. Am I though? It's like I'm cooking something and it's boiling right now. All right, so something might interrupt you, just like we got interrupted. I hope the mic's in a good place, and we're gonna continue. What's your advice for Geminis? What's your actions? This could be about reflecting on ways that you might have been in denial about some kind of pain that you've been maybe repressing. There might be a need to let go of this pain. You might have Scorpio placements or are dealing with one. Tell me more. This could be affecting how you connect with others on an emotional level specifically. Page of Wands, Pentacles, Page of Wands. There could have been something unstable about things with the Page of Pentacles there in the reverse. Let's go ahead and see more about that card specifically. Alrighty, signifies procrastination, irresponsibility, or lack of discipline, especially regarding practical matters like career, finance. It also points to unrealistic expectations in relationships or a general feeling of being stuck or unable to make progress towards goals. The card suggests a need to overcome laziness, reassess goals, and embrace hard work to manifest desires. Alrighty, so this could be about who do you want to work with, how do you want to work, what do you want to create, maybe talk to your spirit team mentally. I'm going to pull you a wisdom for Geminis. Happy. So maybe this is about your happiness here. Something about your intimacy. You could have like a North Node in the 8th house, maybe. You can check that out by using AstroSeek's website, Googling AstroSeek birth chart, using the whole sign house system, adjust the location to the place you're currently living if it's different than where you were born, and adjust the time of birth to the same time zone if you've changed time zones as well. But use the whole sign house systems and the settings, and I would suggest clicking the true North Node in the settings specifically so you can get the right house placement. Anyways, let's go ahead and see. Lighten up, because this is the time to be ridiculous and silly. See the world through the eyes of a clown. So maybe there's fears blocking you. It's kind of giving like the Bogart, I think it's called in Harry Potter, Bogart scene. And don't take yourself to or any situation right now too seriously. Have fun, be playful, and make laughter the order of the day. I mean, we are going to be retracing this ground with Mercury, right? So Mercury is your ruling planet, and it's going retrograde. We're already on the territory of the planet's orbit, where it'll be retracing its steps from our vantage point. So we're going to kind of revise whatever's happening now anyways. You'll be surprised how everything just seems to fall into place when humor leads the way. Be happy and lighthearted. It's a wonderful icebreaker. Life is meant for play as work. It's for laughter as well as tears, for celebration as well as focus. Spirit wants to sparkle through you today. I mean, it's like whistle while you work, right? Smile and enjoy each breath and each moment. Miracles lie in the silly. Alrighty then. Let's go ahead and get some extra messages. I want to get you guys one of these animals for Gemini people and placements from High Themes of Love and Light. A lot of reversed energy there, but whatever. Maybe it's relevant. We learn, right? We adapt. You cannot control everything in your life, so this could be why the devil here is sideways, like overcoming this kind of need for, like the devil can represent fears, right? Which makes you think that you need to be in control. When you realize that there's a larger thing, like a collective consciousness, God, right? Then you're just leaning into God, and you know that everything happens perfectly. So maybe you need to speak to your spirit team or ask them to download understandings. Change is a part of nature, and it must be allowed to take its course. Remember, great beauty results from metamorphosis. Wow, this could be in your relationship specifically. Doesn't have to be. Don't have to be. Okay, let's see. Take care to get your ducks in a row. Do some research before taking action to avoid a misstep. You may feel like a fraud or imposter. The crow is here to remind you of your intelligence, the dogwood, your strength. Your accomplishments are your own, and you deserve the success you've achieved. So really reiterating, because whatever you say to yourself manifests, right? So talk to your spirit team mentally in your head. Doesn't have to be like a, formal prayer. You can just be talking casually. Ask your guardian angels to give you understandings today. Simple, quick prayer, and see how your day changes, Gemini. Yeah, control in the reverse. This could be like maybe some kind of procrastination, like getting that whole perfectionist thing, right? When you think that you need to be perfect, well, why would you think that? Everything in nature is perfectly the way it is, but it doesn't try to be perfect. It just is. Like there's perfection in the imperfection, right? So there could be something about self-care, especially regarding your relationships. Plenty more. Could be dealing with a Sag, Gemini. Don't have to be. Decisions offer. So this could be about moving out of a sense of rejection towards greater wholeness, out of fragmentation. Any last messages for Gemini? Before we move on to juicy messages, closed off. Yeah, somebody could have been like very fearful or scared or closed off to a feminine or closed off to love in all its forms. So it really needs to start with within. Look at your Venus placement, what house it's in, what placements it's in, what aspects it's making. But more than that, your relationship to enjoyment and pleasure and relationships and leaning into that could be really important. So anything else for Gemini? Coming out of like a vacation mode could be relevant in the future. You could be letting go of like great pride or letting go of certain connections or addictions or people around you. You could be waiting for news in the future. I'm getting honey. Maybe you need to make like a tea with a lot of honey in it or something. There could have been some kind of temptation regarding sexual matters or sexual connections or too many of those. In the future, you will have good luck, but it comes as a result of understanding. Yeah, successfully overcoming something. Okay, your health could be improving as well. Oh, my thing's still boiling. Gemini. Pay attention to advice you receive. Maybe talk to your spirit team. This could be about sowing greater seeds. Anything else? Last messages? Especially work. Like maybe talk to your spirit team about work, especially if you've been asking somebody else about it. But I don't know. Maybe you need to listen, like pick a card readings or something like that. But any advice, oracles for Gemini? Good Lord. Corn maze. So this is kind of about not being able to really see the entire path ahead of you. We have pumpkin spice and apple cider. So you might want to boil some like apples, some cinnamon, some honey. Nothing is more nostalgic than the joy of belonging in your presence. Let's go ahead. This could be about communication. Opened right to corn maze, which is interesting. It says compromising beliefs, falling off the path, getting lost, authenticity. Your higher self chose the card because life is a lot like going through a corn maze. It's a series of choices that either lead you to freedom, manifested in feelings of joy, success, feeling loved and supported, or choices you can ask your spirit team to show you what choices you should do next and listen to the downloads, pay attention to your thoughts, or choices that lead you to feeling stuck, stagnant, confused, or lost. The next choice is always a flip of the coin and brings you closer or further away from the desired outcome. Like a corn maze, you don't get a map or chance to plot the way before going in, but you do have a built-in guide in the form of inner self, which knows exactly which way to go, and that's why when you lean on God, you can see the higher perspective. When you turn and when to head back and start again, your inner self speaks to you through your beliefs and feelings, and is speaking to you now through this card. So when it feels, confirmation, 3 honks on the horn. If you feel like your heart is pulling you towards something, two more, letting you know that you've been going in the wrong direction. If your heart doesn't feel good about a direction, that's a sign as well. If you're inquiring about a future decision, receiving this card is a definite no. This is not the path to take. Maybe putting your hand over your heart and asking the question and listening to the response Instead, you're being asked to go back and start from the beginning. What are your values and core beliefs? What are you hoping to gain from the situation, or who are you attempting to become? Have your choices supported future versions of yourself in your life? Finally, where have you compromised your life's vision in pursuit of goals or expectations that belong to others? Corn Maze offers a final message. There is more than one way to achieve a goal. The path you're on is not the way forward. There might be another path that's much better suited to you. To find the path, take time to find out who you truly are now and who you're becoming. Then soon the inner self will have what it needs to take you from point A to B. So that bridge, right? Alrighty, this could be about your networks, your connections, your friends, your groups, your organizations that you're a part of, your social connections. That could be an area that had some kind of temptation, potentially, maybe even sexually. Let's go ahead and see pumpkin spice, apple cider, nostalgia, joy, belonging, inner child. Your higher self chose the card because there are hints of your past that hold the answer to your future. The card presents when you're feeling confused about and questioning your strengths, talents, or perhaps even life purpose. It might seem as though you have no idea where you should be going or be doing. You may have had a spark of inspiration. Pumpkin spice and apple cider guides you to return to the past when you search for clues on next steps. What did you enjoy doing as a child? What is the answer to questions asked? Who do you want to be when you grow up? Did you see yourself as an artist? Maybe journaling and just writing, letting yourself write, as if you're talking to God. 111, you could be seeing that a lot as well. Children know the value of incredible dreams, and so did you when you were a child. And you can have anything with God, really, right? Literally. Like, what you thought was impossible is not impossible. It's just being manifested. So let's get you juicy messages, Gemini. Oh, shit. I'm seeing a worm on a hook, like a fishing hook. Okay, I dropped one on the ground. All right, wanted to distract you from your achievements. So this could be like your fears. Bumblebees always land in sweet places, many flowers. Okay. We have, you're not the same person anymore. So you have to allow yourself to change, allow yourself to go on new paths, adventures. Entrepreneur, you could be an entrepreneur. You're considering entrepreneurship, or that could be an avenue for you. Especially Geminis are known for good communication. So, and it actually rules commerce. And so, yeah. Let's see what else we've got. Purple aura, so that could be that peace and harmony, elevating the ultraviolet spectrum. Your psychic abilities are meant to help you in this lifetime. He just wants a slave, possession, or maybe she does, I don't know. Unbound by fear, mastery. Yeah, we did see that here. Stop this. So this could be about taking on your own control of your life, actually, and really taking your own energy back and establishing boundaries. Stop them from pulling on your energy, like disconnecting cords. Literally, just don't think about it. Redirect energy and literally imagine yourself disconnecting if you need to, or do visualization. Inhale golden light from heaven. Exhale that into your auric field, imagining the golden light emanating off of you from all of your skin. Thought they could control you. Yeah, so control you with fears, usually, typically. You're not letting it get to you. Alrighty. Let's get you some extra messages. Maybe that's what somebody here was trying to do. Gemini, people and placements. It says, letting go of old life/fears, death and rebirth. Beautiful. Okay, any last messages? We have thought they had you in a spot. Okay. And letting go of old life and fears. And we have pretending they want to learn from you. So be careful, because somebody could just want to come in to destroy things. But you're not the same person anymore. So anything else for Geminis? Somebody here could like be into drugs or something, or has an addictive personality. I'm saying the Middle East. Maybe somebody is going out for Middle Eastern food or something. Or somebody here could be Middle Eastern. It says Angel Samael did/does hard drugs in the reverse sideways. Maybe you're coming out of some kind of addiction, pretending they want to learn from you. Yeah, this could be like a codependent thing as well. That can really screw up your life. Doesn't have to be a drug. It could be a relationship. Explore other options. And we have no tolerance for red flags. And stop them from pulling on your energy. Well, you gotta love it. I'm going to end it here. We're going to move on. Thank you so much for being here. And feel free to watch for your other zodiac sign placements. I did Aries and Taurus in a separate video, so I'll probably link that in the description. And we'll move on to our next reading, which will be Cancer. Actually, I'm probably going to check on my food before we do that. Funny, because Cancer actually like rules food, I believe. Actually, Taurus kind of rules food, but you make food at home, which Cancer rules. Mm-hmm. Alrighty, so I'm just going to hope the mic's in a decent place, and we're going to continue onwards into Cancer's reading now. All right, Cancer, people and placements, where shall we begin? I'm going to pull the angels. Cancer. The Lovers, Gemini energy here. Third party situation, boundaries. Okay, I hope the mic's still good. Cancer. Nine of Cups, Queen of Cups. You could be a feminine water sign. You could be really focusing on your emotional well-being right now. You could have pulled away from something that was quite immature. Something could have threw off your stability. Yeah, you're dropping it. Anything else for Cancers? You're getting clear on your priorities right now, and you could be very logical. Queen of Swords, Hierophant. You could be dealing with a Taurus or commitment in the past. Let's see your advice for, I could have been dealing with Taurus. Rejecting, wow, okay, tell me more. Not investing, yeah, this could be divine justice coming in for you, balancing priorities and decisions. Could divine justice and balance coming in. What's your advice for Cancers? Seeing things really clearly, letting go of anything that's been like holding you back. Yeah, this is the same thing, Page of Wands energy, something from the past that was throwing off your finances. So some kind of clarity, or you could be speaking a truth. You could be moving towards new connections as well. Or this could have been a third-party situation. No, you're moving towards new connections. And I think these are going to be better people for you as well, or they want you to move towards like community growth, experiencing growth. Anything, yeah, you're really taking care of it. I think you're really actually really protecting your emotions, especially if I'm speaking to the feminine, because something was like really just, I heard all lust, so take it as you will. Let's go ahead and see. Cancer. This could have been a man in the past. If you need clarification. Yeah, I think you made a choice. You made a choice to leave something behind. Yeah, something was not all as it seemed. Could have been making you unhappy as well. All right, Cancers. Decisions, exactly. Deciding who you want to work with, what do you want to work with, what do you want to work on, what choices that you made a crossroads decision here. Hydration. Make sure you're staying hydrated, especially if you're going through like spiritual elevation, ascension. It takes a toll on your energy, right? So let's go ahead and see. This could be about money or self-esteem as well, especially if you're doing a lot of things, or just make sure. Basic nourishment, foundational healing, and source of the problem. So you could be realizing what was really the issue. Maybe you traced it back. Ever had dry skin in the summer between sun rays, air conditioning, salt water, and chlorine? The skin takes a brutal beating. You can increase your moisturizer, of course, but that's only treating symptoms and not the problem. While environmental influences increase the chances of having dry skin, proper hydration is half the battle. Getting enough of the foundational healing just by drinking more water has a significant impact, not only on your skin, but overall body wellness. So this could also just be about, they do say the brain that has water, when it doesn't, it shrinks and becomes negative, but beyond that, this could be about emotional wellness, allowing you to really study the calm waves of your own emotions, allowing you to kind of relax, maybe do things that are relaxing to you. I'm seeing somebody journaling or going for a walk, or just slowing down. Spiritual well-being is similar. You may be attempting to manifest a large goal or heal an old wound, but focus on the symptoms when there is a much bigger problem driving the external manifestation you to experience, and that's why you have to elevate your frequency to be able to hold the manifestations you want. Poor beliefs about self-worth might prevent you from attracting more love or wealth, so you're kind of doing that foundational healing. I do see you doing that with the Queen of Cups in the more upright position, and you've already kind of done this. So a deep-rooted fear of new experiences could hinder plans to travel more or chase after a dream, or you could find troubles in a relationship or the result of long forgotten childhood wounds. Additional information, understanding, and healing is needed before the situation comes to a conclusion. Put on X-ray glasses and look beyond the surface to the problem or question, because there is more to the story than meets the eye, and you've only just begun to peel back the layers. You could be like a detective. This could be about your career or boundaries. Immaturity. Sorry. Alrighty, let's get you some tea leaf. My lovely Cancers. Something about like really tapping into your own strength. Maybe something with the holidays could be relevant. Maybe you're like getting ready for the holidays, or you could be treating yourself now, like really rewarding like the journey that we've had so far every day, right? Yeah, you were dealing with somebody who's like a player, looks like a fuckboy energy, like a Page of Wands in the reverse energy. Wow, success. I think because you've left this behind or you saw it, you're gonna actually not even be like emotionally attached to it. You're not lowering your standards. I think somebody else got that card similarly. It might be Taurus. Sorry, he might be dealing with Taurus. You could be going on a journey of some sort as well. Yeah, shrewdness, resourcefulness in business, especially, could be becoming smarter. Yeah, great worry over nothing. You're really overcoming something. Cancer. Yeah, tiger energy here, doing something risky. Okay, beautiful. Yeah, you'll be receiving or giving a precious gift. Okay, interesting. Yeah, you could have been really like polished through some kind of experience as well. Yeah, you were on the wrong road, and that's why you had to break up with this situation. Is really throwing off your finances, and so you've increased your material or spiritual growth by changing your environment. It seems this person could have been trying to criticize you because they were jealous, something, or somebody was trying to make you do something against your will. So be really careful of the connections you have. But this person is leaving your life, and money is coming in as a result. So let's see anything else. Cancers. Or this could be a job, doesn't have to be a relationship. There's some kind of harvest coming in, could be now. Somebody might want your forgiveness, but I feel like you're being forgiven with the justice card, with the divine justice playing out here as well. You could have been willing, or you did surrender something because somebody was operating in fear, or there was a lot of limitations here, stresses. There's some kind of truth you're gaining about some kind of confusion. Anything else for Cancers? Some kind of stability coming in because of the transformation. Trusting divine timing will also be important. You're moving towards your north node and away from other people's projections and reflections, and them not taking accountability. Cancer. I don't know why I'm talking so fast. I don't care. We're just gonna move on. I have Mercury trine Mars. I do know why I'm talking so fast, because that's who I am. Cancer. You could be dealing with a Gemini though. You might want to check out the reading. Cancer. Stop giving your money to people who don't deserve it. So you're becoming more shrewd, more analytical with Fox here. The more you move forward, the more clear things become. Like as you take the steps, it's actually manifested. They had to go. And it says Empress Sissy's death. So this is a lack of protection. This is a real person that died because she was too caring in a way. Or too kind of, sometimes when we're too caring, we assume everybody else is like that. Always put yourself first. Breaking chains with self-mastery. Wanted you focused on bullshit so you couldn't create better. Wants to convince you don't know what you know. quietly moving on. And we have, they aren't going to be able to follow through. So, very interesting. Let's get you some extra messages for Cancer. Changes are felt in your frequency. So you might notice the world, the reality around you shifts to accommodate these changes. It mirrors it, right? So you might notice the more you appreciate yourself, the more others do as well. Allow yourself to be seen. Don't hold back. Greasy wheel gets the oil. So you might need to advocate for yourself as well. Went to great lengths to screw with your life. And it says, don't be too understanding. We'll get you caught up. So this could be the divine justice and maybe why you shouldn't kind of accept this apology. I don't know. And don't fight your spirit guides. So really listen to your spirit team. I'm actually going to get you advice regarding this. Why is this here? Forgiveness. Maybe somebody just wants a forgiveness. Maybe you just forgave someone and moved on. Can you tell me more for Cancer? Yeah, focus on your money. You can be very stable right now as well. Yeah, reject this, especially King of Wands in the reverse, somebody very player-like or egotistical. I'm going to end it there. Thanks for being here. Please hit like, subscribe. You can get a personal through the Buy Me a Coffee link or leave a tip through there. Best of luck. Take care.